Hi, I'm Anushka. Welcome to my channel. How are you guys? I hope you're healthy, happy, and taking care of yourselves. This video is not for those people who don't want to study by themselves only. This video is for those people who really want to study by themselves and they are unable to because of certain things or certain reasons. I know we all have struggled from time to time trying to get back to our studies after a long break. For example, maybe a week or 2 weeks, because life happens. We are humans, we all have other businesses to attend to other than just studying. I'm not just talking about a medical student, I'm talking about anybody else who's studying for a particular exam, whatever it might be, not just medical related but any other exam that you are preparing for. So this video is for anybody who's trying to get back to study after a break, because what happened was that my sister, she got engaged and I didn't study for almost 2 weeks because there was so much to prepare for. We had to prepare our dances and shopping and to manage all of the things, so I hardly had time to study. And also, like, in all those festivity and like that whole mood when all the family was at home, I didn't feel like studying. I felt like enjoying things at the moment because I don't know when those moments will come. So I knew that I wanted to enjoy at that moment and not study, not worry about study, because I told myself that I cannot be in two places at once. So either I enjoy or either I study. So I decided to just enjoy all these things and not study, and decided that whenever I will study with my whole heart and not think about all of those things. But what happened was that, like post engagement, also it took me some time to trying to get back to studying, and that's why I have tried to study for almost a week consistently, almost 5-6 hours a day, and I am very, very happy with my results. Yes, I wasn't able to do like as I had expected yesterday, but still I have tried to be consistent for almost a week, and I thought I could share what are the things that actually helped me being consistent for a week after that long break. It took me some time, but I am here and I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm going to continue this for as long as I can. I wouldn't say that studying for a week consistently is a big achievement, but it is something after like a break when you're not studied for almost 2 weeks. So yeah, it's something for me, at least for now, when I don't feel like studying, but I know that I have to. My exam is almost 8 months from now, and I just want to get into that mood because I still cannot sit for more than like 2 hours. I try to sit for 1 hour, but that too not with whole concentration. I get distracted a lot and I am rarely able to sit for 2 hours consistently. So I'm going to try to go back, like I'm going to try to achieve a goal where I'm able to sit at least 3 hours in one set, at least once a day. So I'll try to do that, and whenever I'm able to do that and what are the things that actually help me, I will let you guys know. I will inform you guys and I'll update you guys. So I have some 8 points I'm going to talk to you about, and the points are arranged in the decreasing order of the influence they have on your studies. So the first point is the most important one, which influences your studies. The first point is intention, second planning, third a place where you will study, fourth a proper setup, fifth is food, drinks and stationery, sixth is distractions, seventh is giving yourself some treats, eighth is using an app to help track your performance. What do I mean by intention is that you really need to have a desire to study. Without a desire to study for a certain thing, you won't be able to study. So what do you need is really the desire to study. For example, if you have an exam coming up, for example, your college test maybe, or FMG or USMLE, CROC, or any other non-medical exam. So you really need to tell yourself, to your mind, that this is the exam I am going to study for and these are the things that I need for this exam. So that way you will be able to divide your time and you will be able to set your mind to a certain goal. Because when we tell our mind that we have a goal to achieve, it doesn't get confused and it knows that yeah, this is the thing that I'm going to work for. Planning. I will call this point as the most important one of this whole video, and it will actually determine your whole course of study. So if you will be able to plan well, then you will be able to, like, your studies will run smoothly. If you don't have a good plan, then all things will jumble up and there will be chaos. Your mind will be all confused as to what it needs to do. So after you've set yourself a goal, you need to divide your time for the day, for the week, and for the month in a way that you have the minimum number of hours you need to complete your studies, and you need time for break, and you need time for yourself, for your treats, and you need time for revision and for doing anything else that you need to complete your studies. Planning for an exam is the most interesting thing for me, and I really take my time doing this. I really love it, and there are times when I'm able to follow the schedule, and there are times when I'm not able to follow the schedule. So I understand that you need to keep your schedule flexible enough to accommodate things. Like for example, my sister got engaged, so I had to accommodate into my studies 2 weeks of not studying. If this engagement was in later part of this year, then it would have been really very difficult for me to skip these 2 weeks of not studying. So I'm using this time to understand how life affects me and my study, and how I need to really keep up with all of my studies to have a better result into my exam. When you're planning, be selfish. It is your time, it is your exam, it is your future. So don't think about anybody else and be selfish and only think about yourself. For example, I told my family that this is the time that I will be really very busy. I even told my sister that I will not be able to do a lot, but I will do as much as I possibly can and not disturb my studies, and they are understanding as they should be. So I will tell you that for in your time, be selfish, because you need at least a minimum number of hours to complete your studies, and whatever other time you have left you can use to do other things. So I have given you one example where you need to accommodate in your plans things like personal things, like there is engagement or wedding or anything else that you personally have in your family. So obviously family obligations are important, and they are a part of our life, not just today but in future also. So that way you have to accommodate all these things into your future plans. As much as possible, make your own schedule, because that will include your things. You know how much time you need to study, how much time you need for a break. So your schedule should be very personalized, very customized according to your needs. And in case if you're using a pre-made schedule, like I'm still using the prep letter schedule for completing certain subjects. So it can become a little difficult to follow those schedules. So don't follow them strictly, but use them as a guide to help you, and then customize it according to your needs. For example, I think that the prep letter schedule is a little too much tight for my needs. Like it's a little too much strict. Maybe since the videos get updated, so the schedule was not really according to what the videos are now, but maybe from a previous time. It did say it was usually 20 days for medicine, but I think you need more than a month to complete medicine according to me, because there was this time when, like in neurology part, they say that you can complete in 2 days, but when I actually studied neurology it took me 5 days. So I would say that neurology on a whole, it includes 22 hours of just watch time. So if you are to complete neurology in 2 days, you need at least 11 hours of watch time per day. You need to do also revision, you need to do MCQ. So I don't know how you're able to divide your time. Just 11 hours of watch time, it's not something that I can do. At max, I can watch at least 6 hours a day. And that too, it depends on my mood. So I try to study at least for 5 hours a day. And because of that, I was able to complete neurology in 5 days. It took me more than 10 days to complete pharma, but I didn't notice it at that time because I wasn't consistent, and I was also studying for my classes. But since I'm doing medicine and I was doing just medicine, no classes, nothing else, so I noticed that why wasn't I able to complete those things. So I calculated all of the timings, all of the watch hours for all of the topics, and I found out that there are days you're supposed to complete endo in 1 day, and it includes 11 hours of just watch time. Even if I watch the video at 1.2x speed or 1.5x speed, I won't be able to complete the whole endocrinology in 1 day, because that's not something how much I can store in my brain. And especially after a break, it's so much more difficult. So what I'm trying to say from this example is that if you're using a pre-med schedule, like I am using the medicine one from Prep Ladder, you need to customize it according to your needs. You need to calculate the watch hours that there are in all of the subtopics, and then decide how much you actually need to just watch the videos if your brain is capable. And I am doing medicine for the first time from prep ladder, so obviously I need my full attention and I cannot watch the videos at 1.5x speed. I really need to watch the videos at 1.2x speed to understand everything that is there. If I don't understand things at first time, how will I be able to understand things in the future revisions? So that's why I'm not following this schedule religiously, strictly. I have customized it according to my needs. It says it's 20 days for medicine, including exam and discussion videos. 4 exam and discussion videos, but I won't be able to do it. So I will conclude the point planning by like saying 2 lines, is that you need to make your plans flexible and to include everything else that you want to do in life. But firstly, prioritize your studies and then take your time, use your time for other things so that you don't burn out and don't have a very strict schedule. Make it a little bit flexible to accommodate all the things that will happen in your life, because you are not going to have an ideal situation all of the time just to study. Second, if you're using a pre-made schedule, for example prep ladders or anything else or anyone else, then customize it according to your needs, because it's your time and you need to know how much time you will need to complete that schedule. Third is a place to study. You can go to a library if you wish. I'm not going to a library because I need all of my books with me when I'm studying. I need all of my stationery, and to carry it once and fro, I don't think that is something for me, at least not right now. So right now I am just studying at home, and I found the quietest place I could get in the whole house, where no one will disturb me, whether I'm making videos or whether I'm trying to study or attending my classes. I won't disturb others and they won't disturb me. So you need to find a place where you will be without distractions. Fourth is a table, and I would really emphasize on this point also, because when I was initially trying to study after like the post engagement thing of my sisters, I thought that like this room had only a sofa in it, which is here. I'm not showing you, but yeah, I thought I will be able to study a sofa. I won't need this table. So I tried to study. I studied one day and I slept the other day. And it's so easy to go from sitting position to supine and just sleep. So I would really suggest that you really need a table where you're comfortable, and you really need a chair which has some support so that you won't have the desire to sleep. It was really very difficult for me to study on sofas. So I decided that Anushka, no, this is not going to work. I really need a table where I would be able to study well, and then it's easy for me to make notes on sofa. I was not able to write properly. I needed some support. So that's why this table really helps me when I'm trying to make notes. Fifth is food, stationery and drinks. Whenever you're trying to study, keep your coffee with you or tea, whatever it is that you want. Obviously water bottle to help you, so that you don't have to, like if you're trying to study for 1 hour, 2 hour consecutively, so that you have your water, and if you need snacks, you have the snacks with you, and your stationeries, pen, pencil or anything else that you might need, your chargers, your books. So I have my books over here, I have my charger, earphones, my spectacles, my stationery, and like the things that I've put over here on the wall, or anything else that you might need. So you need to keep all of those things in this place, and you really need to set your mind that this is the place where I'll only study and nothing else. Sixth is distractions. It's really very important that you remove all the distractions from your life. I removed Instagram, I deleted my WhatsApp from my Ukrainian number because a lot of people had that number, and I used to see the status of so many people into my phone. Like it was so easy to get distracted. So I closed my WhatsApp from my Ukrainian number. I closed the Instagram, like my account is active but just deleted it for a while until I am able to focus on studies. So I deleted that, and also I turned off notification for most of the things which are not important. And I usually study on my iPad. So on my iPad there are only important apps. So whatever device you're studying from, whether it's your phone or whether it's iPad or you like anything else you're studying from, like laptop or anything, just keep the important apps which are really very important for your studies. So I have just Prep Ladder and Atlas, Notion, Gmail, Good Notes. So you need to keep things to a minimum level. So like it's so easy to get distracted. Even in your breaks might extend from 5 minutes to 10-20 minutes and maybe even more. What's the solution to not get distracted? Actually remove the distraction from your life. whatever it may be. My seventh point is about giving yourself some treats. It could be anything: music, art, dance, enjoying some movies, going out with friends or family, or anything else that brings you pleasure, like YouTube, for example. For me, I would say that after you've completed your study sessions, you really deserve a break, and it would be all worth it only after you completed your study session. Otherwise, whenever you're on a break, you would always, like, in the back of your mind, you'd worry that you haven't completed your task for the day. And that you will only be able to tell yourself that when you've truly and completely devoted yourself to the tasks which needed to be done. For example, I told myself that I will do complete neurology because it was so long and it was so much, and I was so stressed. So I completed neurology, and I was like, congratulations to myself, because it was a lot. It took me 5 days, and I was like, if I will take 5 days in neurology, then how much days it will need for me to complete medicine. But I was like, slow and steady, you can do this. And I was proud of myself, and I will say that you should be proud of yourself as well. And whenever you have completed a task, even if it's a small one, tell yourself that you have done a great job. Like, it's really very important, your mental health. You can use a app to track your performance. There is an app where you grow trees. I didn't find it very helpful because you need to, like, you cannot use another app while you're using that app. So I just have two devices, like my phone and my iPad. So if I'm using that app to grow trees, like, how will I be able to record and do other things? So that's why I don't find that app very helpful. But I use the Prep Ladder one, where you can maintain a streak. So there are 3 ways you can maintain a streak on Prep Ladder, like watching a video for 5 hours a day, and second is watching a video for 2 hours a day and doing 60 MCQs, or you can do 100 MCQs a day, or there's one more option of doing a test paper or mock test. That is so much more helpful to me, because that way I'm using my same app for studying, and the same app will record how much I am studying. So that was good. At least I know how much time I'm devoting for video watching. So that way I know that this is the minimum time I have studied for, and the rest is just plus. Well, these are the 8 points that have really influenced upon my studies for this past 1 week. I have been really able to study for like almost 5-6 hours a day. You can see an improvement on my side. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much. And if you found that this video gave you value in any way and it was helpful to you in any way, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I hope to bring you more videos which will bring you more value. And from now onwards, it will be mostly about my journey to FMGE, because we don't have our crop. We just have to give a state exam, which is not going to be very strict, I think. But yeah, that will be all, and I will share with you guys those moments. And then there's one major event of my sister's wedding. So other than that, it will be all about studies, and I hope you won't mind me talking about my sister's wedding in the future videos, because it's always on my mind. It's the first wedding in our family. So yeah, it's a really huge thing, and we are very excited, and I hope I'm able to study and keep balance of all this entertainment in my life. And I hope I have a good result, and then I will do my best to maintain YouTube, my life and studies. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon in another video. Until then, bye, take care, and have a good day. Bye.